There it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, you are now tuned in to the livest show in the world. Yeah, turn up your radio. It's about to go down. Eminem got the hottest show around. So turn it up, pump the speakers loud. Get ready. It's about to go down right now on the new Eminem radio vibe. Turning up the youth, turning up for life on the new Eminem radio vibe. Turning up the youth, turning up for Christ. This is Eminem radio, Eminem radio. Turn it up, turn it up. Here we go, here we go. Eminem radio, Eminem radio. Turn it up, turn it up. Here we go, here we go.
My name is Meesa.
And my name is Meah.
Also known as Eminem, and we're from the #1 teen and young adult radio show in the nation. For inspiration, you already know it's Eminem Live Radio.
And guys, we are here at Kingdom City Church with the one and only Morgan Harper Nichols.
Oh, thanks, guys. I am good, and y'all are so cool. I gotta take some pointers. Let me work on my posture real quick.
Oh no, you're absolutely cool. Like her whole outfit, she's so amazing all the way.
But it's just the hat.
I heard that in this very building is where you composed your first song.
Yes, it is. It is actually almost right where we're sitting.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it feel to like have your album release here in the place where you first composed your song? Like, how does that feel?
Oh, it's so surreal. Yeah. It's so surreal. I'm 25 years old, and I started can't tell. And I started writing music as a young kid, and I started really seriously writing music as a teenager. And this is my first ever full album. So, when you think about it that way, it's like 20 years in the making. So for it to all just kind of happen on one day, it's like, whoa, this is really cool. Of course it takes time, but I'm glad that we really took the time to work on this project, and I'm super excited about it. So yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but your whole album or your single is 17th in the Christian iTunes.
Yeah, it is.
So like when you got that news, like what was your reaction?
It was pretty crazy. I think my sister Jamie Grace actually texted me, and she was like texting me like as it was climbing the charts, and it was just like I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to. I didn't think I would even be on it. So I did not even look, but people started texting me like, you're number 44, you're number 30, you're number 15, like what? So it was just climbing and climbing. So I could just say nothing but thank you, to everyone that bought it, because that was a lot of people. There's a lot of great music on those charts. So thanks to everyone that bought the album. Okay, I need some coffee. I'm sorry.
But now we listened to the album tonight, which is absolutely amazing. If you weren't here, you completely missed out, but you got to go get the album. But one thing that I love about the album is like it's so genuine and it's so authentic, because you said you love hearing stories or telling stories. What do you think about telling stories or hearing them that you love so much?
What I love about telling stories is that, because especially as a Christ follower, somebody who follows Christ, and listening to other people who also follow Christ, we all found our faith in different ways. And sometimes people came to Christ when they were 5, or when they were 15, or 25, or 35, or maybe somebody went through something really tough in their lives as a teenager, maybe someone else when they went to college. And it's just really cool because you can start to see all the pieces coming together, that we don't all have the same story, but it's the same person writing our stories, so that there's this pattern that's going on. And I feel like music just has a really cool opportunity to establish that pattern, and people from different walks of life and people with different stories are able to come to one place and listen and create something really cool. So
we have to talk about all the collaborations that you have on the album. Okay, we have from just from every, I'm not going to tell them because it's your nights. So you go ahead
and you got to go get the album.
Yes, you got to get the album. I'm not going to tell you. I'm kidding. I'll tell you. So the first one is Jamie Grace, who is a Goatee Records recording artist, Grammy nominated, super cool chick. She's also my little sister, and I told her everything she knows. So that's why I mention all of her accolades, because obviously it comes back to me. I'm kidding, but she's great, and she's singing on Storyteller with me, and that's actually my first single, which is super exciting. And I'm sorry I keep looking over there. She's actually like over there, just behind the scenes. Sorry. Anyway, she's everywhere. She's kind of a ninja. And then also we got Mac Powell from the band Third Day. I grew up listening to those guys, so it's so surreal to have him singing on one of the songs, and it's just incredible. And the third is All Sons and Daughters. They are a worship duo out of Nashville, Tennessee. Incredibly talented songwriters, vocalists, and just such amazing worshipers. And we actually happen to have the same producer, so it was really cool to have them come in on a song as well. So
and you mentioned Jamie Grace, right? And you're the older sister.
I am the oldest, yes.
Now, listen, okay, so I understand, we all grew up listening to Jamie Grace and all of her music, and by you helping her out on all of her tracks, how does it feel to kind of like have the script kind of flipped?
Oh, yeah. It's, for us, it's really fluid. We've always been super close. We grew up, we're 2 years apart, and we're just super close. And it was one of those things where, especially being homeschooled, Jamie tells the story too, so you may have heard it. You've never heard her talk on stage or anything about sisters or whatever, is that, it was either we were going to love each other or hate each other because we're always around each other. So for us, we've always worked together, and as we started to do music, that was just like a progression of working together as sisters. So it's nothing for her to work on my stuff and for me to work on her stuff and for us to do things together. So, I almost don't even think about it. It's just like, of course I want my sister on my song. And, she's the same way about me. So, yeah, we're always working together. It's awesome.
Now, all artists, when it comes to any album or anything that they have, they always have that, that one song that's like their favorite that they love working on. So we have to ask you, out of all the songs on your album, what's one that you just absolutely love?
What's your jam?
Oh, man. Wow, that's such a hard question. I love them all. I seriously am blessed to be on a label that let me put all the songs on there that I loved. But I will say that the song that I probably... the one that I probably would, that's a really tough question, guys. Let me think.
Because you have so many amazing songs.
Okay,
on the album.
I'll say Storyteller. And here's what I'll say, Storyteller. That was one that came out of absolutely nowhere. I mean, I wasn't sitting down to write a song. I wasn't doing anything. I was literally walking through our kitchen. And it came. It just, like there were it just happened. Yeah. That's a really good word. And so that's probably the one.
Yeah.
That's probably the one. If I had to pick one, because I love them all, but yeah.
Yeah, I think my jam would have to be Morning.
Really? Thanks. Yes.
Because, to be honest, I'm not a morning person, but I will become a morning person.
Oh.
She's not a morning person.
Song. But, I love the whole story that you have behind Storyteller, and it's so ironic that it's called Storyteller.
Yeah,
and all the songs overall, I feel like you're so genuine. I feel like I was honestly opening a book to, like, your journal or your diary.
Well, thank you.
You were so genuine. You were so authentic when it came to it. And I tell you guys have to go get this album. It's their self-titled album. It's the debut. What's one thing that you want your listeners to get out of this album, this project?
Wow. Thank you so much. I was so caught up on what you said. I was like, that's what she listened to it. That's awesome. Well, thank you. I would say that if there were anything that I wanted you to gather from this record is to just tell your story. For the longest time, I was a more shy person, and I didn't really feel comfortable telling my story. And also, me and my sister have both talked about this. It's like, we're homeschool preachers' kids. Like, what do people want to hear from us? Like, we don't have some cool story. But what we found is that we all have a story, and we all have to tell it. So really, I know Storyteller is the first song, but it really sets the tone for every other song, just in terms of just don't be afraid to tell your story and what God is doing in your life.
This album is definitely needed. It's super fun. It's just overly energetic. It's life-changing. It's just so much stuff all in one project. And I actually feel like because it's storytelling, it's basically a CD or an album of a novel, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you definitely need to go out there and get it on iTunes, correct?
Yes, on iTunes.
Gotta get it on iTunes. Morgan Harper Nichols. Gotta go ahead and get that. Get that project right now. Your girls told you to, so do what we said the first time. I'm just kidding. Go out there and get the album. Make sure you do that. But please make sure you tell everybody your social media, how they can stay in contact with you and everything.
Yes, it's all super easy. It's Morgan Music. So it's Morgan Music. So just ITS Morgan Music. That's how you find me.
It's Morgan Music.
Yes,
So be sure to
it's
go
Morgan
follow
Music.
her.
Super
Guys,
easy to
we're
find.
having An amazing time. Like we said, go be sure to go get this album. What we're only telling you what we know. Okay, we want you to hear this great music. But again, guys, it's your girls Meesa and Meah from M&M Live Radio, and we are chilling here with Morgan Harper Music. Go get her album, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, guys.
What's going on? My name is Meesa.
My name is Meah.
Also known as Eminem, and we are here live in Nashville, Tennessee at the 2014 Dove Awards. And let me tell you, all we doing is turning up, okay?
Of course, y'all, we got the click with this 116 click. We got Tripley, Tadashi, Andy Mineo, KB. We're all just going. And how you guys feeling tonight?
Feeling good. Doing great.
You know,